What's up, guys? And now we're doing another collection update, and this one is quite big. I have... Give me a second, I'm trying to count them. $25 DVDs and 2 Blu-rays. And I got all of these when I was on vacation in Cape May. So yeah. So let's start with the update. The first Blu-ray I got at some sort of thrift store. And it's a war movie, and I heard this wasn't really a very good one, but it looks pretty interesting to me, because I like war movies and everything like that. It's one of my favorite film genres, and it is Act of Valor, which I have not seen yet, so yeah, Act of Valor. The next Blu-ray I got at a festival that I went to in Cape May called Whale of the Day. They have it every year around 4th of July. And this one stars Richard Dreyfuss, Emilio Estevez, and Rosie O'Donnell. Pretty good cast. Yeah, and it looks pretty funny. It looks like a pretty good movie. I'm not sure if this is a sequel or not. If so, if you know if this movie is a sequel or not, leave a comment below. And it is Another Stakeout. I assume this is a sequel. So yeah, Another Stakeout. I never even heard of this movie until I bought it. Alright, and the next 5 DVDs was at the same place I got Act of Valor. And this one is a biographical drama, a high school drama starring Morgan Freeman as Principal Clark. And it is Lean on Me. And this film I watched at school like 5 years ago in my sophomore year, and I love this movie. It is absolutely amazing. I've seen it like 5-10 times already. This is such a great movie. It's such a feel-good, confidence-building movie. Like, if you're feeling down on yourself, watch this movie and it'll just cheer you up. At first it starts as unpleasant, but then it gets more and more uplifting as it goes on. Like, if you know the story of East Side High, you would know that it was basically a school that was on a downward spiral, both literally and figuratively. And then Mr. Clark came in, played by Morgan Freeman, and he fixed the school around. At first, he was very tough, but then he got to know some of the students and became friends with them and everything like that. So yeah, a bad guy turned good, I guess. Or, in wrestling terms, a heel turning babyface. So yeah, that's basically what it is. So yeah, Lean on Me is an amazing film. If you have not seen it, which you should if you haven't, I highly recommend that you check this movie out. So yeah, Lean on Me. The next one, I haven't seen this one yet, and it stars Nicolas Cage, Meryl Streep, and Chris Cooper. It's a good cast, yeah. I know Chris Cooper played the evil oil baron in the 2011 Muppet movie, which that is an amazing film. And he also played, I think, Ben Affleck's father in The Town, which The Town is another amazing film. Haven't seen that yet, I highly recommend it. And Nicolas Cage and Meryl Streep, both of them I pretty much enjoy very much. And Chris Cooper won Best Supporting Actor at the Academy Awards for this movie. And yeah. And it is Adaptation, which I have not seen yet, so yeah, Adaptation. The next one, I saw bits and pieces of this on TV, and it stars Colin Hanks and Jack Black. and it's a comedy movie, and it's Orange Country, which I have not seen the whole thing yet, so yeah, Orange Country. The next one I haven't seen either, and I think this is, like a drama, musical, or something. And it's All That Jazz. So yeah, All That Jazz. Haven't seen it. The next one stars Kid and Play, Full Force, and Robin Harris. I'm not sure if Kid and Play and Full Force is there. Yeah, those are pretty weird names. And it is House Party, which I've heard this movie was pretty funny, so yeah. House Party, I haven't watched it yet. The next one is possibly Jim Carrey's most popular movie, and it's by the director of Liar Liar, and it also has Morgan Freeman as God. And of course you already know what this movie is, and it's Bruce Almighty. And in my opinion, this is possibly Jim Carrey's funniest movie. This is his funniest movie, but his best movie is The Truman Show. Or it might, I haven't seen Man on the Moon yet, but it might change to that. But yeah, Truman Show is a wonderful movie. It's an absolutely amazing movie. And this is a pretty funny, it's a pretty hilarious movie. My favorite part in this movie is, when Bruce found out that he didn't get the Anchorman promotion, and he has this huge meltdown on live TV, and then he ends it with, "I am Bruce Nolan for Eyewitness News. Back to you, fuckers!" It's funny because we actually agree with him. We get his frustrations. I totally get what he meant by that. I would have done the exact same thing, even if I got fired. Which he did get fired after that. Because, you know, you can't have a meltdown like that on TV, and you especially cannot say the F word on TV. And if it's live, there's nothing they can do about it. So, Bruce Almighty, absolutely hilarious movie. If you have not seen it yet, I highly recommend that you do. So yeah, Bruce Almighty. The next one I have not seen yet, and it's I think it's like a suspense movie starring Denzel Washington. And it is Deja Vu, which looks very interesting. So yeah, Deja Vu, haven't seen it. The next one stars Johnny Depp, Kate Winslet, Julie Christie, and Dustin Hoffman. Johnny Depp, Kate Winslet, and Dustin Hoffman definitely got me sold on this. Yeah, especially because, like, all three of them are, like, some of my favorite actors of all time. So, yeah. And it's Finding Neverland, which looks really good. So, I have not seen this one yet, so yeah, Finding Neverland. Alright, that's the last one that I got. Oh wait, House Party was the last one I got at the consignment shop. These three I got from a yard sale. Sorry, I forgot to say that. The next, 7 I got at the Ark Thrift Shop. And this one is a movie directed by Martin Scorsese, one of my favorite film directors. And speaking of Martin Scorsese, I have not seen Silence yet, but I heard it was amazing. I'm shocked that it wasn't nominated for Best Picture. Which I heard if La La Land wouldn't win or Moonlight wouldn't win. By the way, that Oscar moment between both of them winning Best Picture was so hilarious. Yeah. If it wasn't for, like, La La Land and Moonlight winning, a lot of people would say Silence would have won, but it wasn't even nominated. That was And that's a pretty sad moment. That's a pretty sad thing to think about. But yeah, and this one stars Leonardo DiCaprio, which Martin Scorsese, he either gets Robert De Niro in his movies or Leonardo DiCaprio in his movies. And both of them are great actors, so of course he would pick them, and he's best friends with them in real life. And this one is like a suspense thriller, I think it is, and it is Shutter Island, which I have not seen yet, so yeah, Shutter Island. The next one is another movie by one of my favorite filmmakers, Judd Apatow. I love Judd Apatow. Like, Knocked Up and 40-Year-Old Virgin are two of his movies, and they're two of my all-time favorite movies. I would even go as far as to say that. And this one is not really one of his best from what I hear, but I heard it was pretty funny, and it is The 5-Year Engagement. So yeah, The 5-Year Engagement. Have not seen this yet. The next one this is a stand-up comedy show, and I've watched this one, and it is Daniel Tosh Happy Thoughts. I am a big fan of Daniel Tosh and Tosh.0 and everything like that, so I wanted to check this out, and it is very funny. Like when he made the joke about the penis on the Little Mermaid artwork. If you don't know, the original artwork for the Little Mermaid VHS did have a penis on it, and he made a joke about that in this comedy show. And yeah, that's pretty funny. When he was talking about the alternate ending to the Mighty Ducks, and in that they actually lose the game, and they start like giving blowjobs and jerking off and things like that, and Emilio Estevez is dead. Oh my god. And he said Disney did the right move and removed that. Which, if that was the case, I would not blame them for removing that. That would be a bit heavy for the kids. So, Daniel Tosh Happy Thoughts, this is a really good comedy show if you're a fan of Tosh.0 and Daniel Tosh and everything like that. So yeah, Daniel Tosh Happy Thoughts. This next one is a romantic comedy starring Jennifer Gardner and Mark Ruffalo. And I've seen bits and pieces of this movie, and it looks, and it is pretty funny from what I saw. And it's 13 going on 30. And I do like Jennifer Gardner. I think she's a great actress. Plus, she is very attractive. And she is quite good looking in this movie from what I've seen. So yeah, 13 going on 30. The next one is a football drama, and it stars Billy Bob Thornton. And it is Friday Night Lights, which I have not seen yet. So yeah, Friday Night Lights. The next one is a reality show on A&E, and I think it's still going on to this day, and it's like 10th season. I don't really know. I'm not really that fond of this show, but it is a pretty good show. And it is the first season of Duck Dynasty. I am a fan of this show. I mean, I'm not really a super fan. Like, my brother, like, a lot of my family members are huge fans of this show, especially my dad. Which, this show is quite funny. Like, there's a part where all the little kids are talking about Justin Bieber, and their grandmother goes, "I don't know about this Justin the Bieber." Justin the Bieber? What the hell? That was pretty funny. And, Uncle Si is a Vietnam War veteran. And what he says, "Whatever I say is 95% truthful." Uncle Si is possibly my favorite character on this, my favorite guy on the show. I'm not sure if this show is real or fake. It's probably fake. But even if it is, it's funny fake, almost like the Osbournes is. The Osbournes, I know, is fake, but I don't care. It is funny as hell. But yeah, Duck Dynasty, it is a pretty good show. I do enjoy it. So yeah, Duck Dynasty Season 1. And this next movie is like a family-friendly drama. And this movie got hated on by many critics, but I actually watched it, and it was actually really good. I actually quite enjoyed it. And it is Max. Basically, it's about this military dog by the name of Max. I think like a German Shepherd, I forget. And his trainer dies in a military bombing accident. And the dog ends up getting, and Max ends up getting PTSD, and the military guards are trying to kill him. So, the trainer's brother in the movie, right here, he's right there, he takes Max in and deals with his PTSD, and also there's a love interest right here of Mexican descent. Yeah. And this is actually quite a cute movie. I enjoyed it for what it was. Yeah. And this is a very sad movie. If you're not a fan of sad movies, I don't recommend that you watch this. Pretty much every dog movie has a sad scene where you think the dog is gonna die. Like, I've grown up watching, like, Beethoven. I love the first Beethoven movie. The second one was solid. The others suck. Yeah. But I do love, the original Beethoven movie, and I also like Fluke. They all involve dogs, and even, like, Old Yeller and Marley and Me. I would put Max under, like, one of my favorite dog movies. So, yeah. Max is actually a pretty good movie. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, Max. Give me a second, I'm trying to even up this pile here. And that's the last that I got from the Ark thrift store. And the next one I got from another thrift store, and I got this one for 50 cents. And it's a double feature set of Hot Shots and Hot Shots Part 2. Which, I heard these movies were extremely funny. So I cannot wait to check these movies out. So, yeah. Hot Shots and Hot Shots Part 2. And these next two I got at another yard sale. And, the first one stars Bruce Willis and Matthew Perry, and it is The Whole 9 Yards. Which I have not seen yet, so yeah, The Whole 9 Yards. The next one stars Queen Latifah, and it is Beauty Shop, which I have not seen yet either, so yeah, Beauty Shop. And the rest of these I got at the Whale of the Day Festival, the same place I got the Blu-ray of Another Stakeout. And the first two I got for 25 cents each. And the first one stars Josh Brolin, Ryan Gosling, Nick Nolte, Emma Stone, and Sean Penn. And it is Gangster Squad. And although I've heard bad things about this movie, it does look pretty badass. So yeah, Gangster Squad. Haven't seen it yet. The next one I don't really know about. I only got it because of the 2 thumbs up Siskel and Ebert on the front cover. And it stars Matthew Modine and Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage has got me sold. He's a pretty good actor. And it is Birdie. So yeah, Birdie. Haven't seen it. And these last 5, I don't know how much I got these for. I think they were like $1 each, and one of them is a season set, so it was like $5. And this one stars Barbara Streisand and Seth Rogen, and it looks like a pretty funny movie, and it is The Guilt Trip, which I have not seen yet, so yeah, The Guilt Trip. And the next one, I do have this movie, but it is the theatrical cut, and this is the uncensored and unrated cut of Team America World Police. And I love this movie. I basically just got it for, mostly for collecting purposes, but also there's an extended puppet sex scene in this movie, which is extremely funny. If you have not seen the sex scene in this movie, it is like, it's very sick, it's very twisted, it is like extremely shocking, but it is so hilarious. It reminds me of the food orgy from Sausage Party. Oh wait, Team America World Police. The orgy scene in Sausage Party reminds me of Team America World Police. I should say that, because Team America World Police is much older. So yeah. Team America World Police is an absolutely hilarious movie. So yeah, I wanted to get the uncensored and unrated mostly just for the sex scene. So yeah, Team America World Police, the uncensored and unrated edition. Really, really good movie. And the next one I have not seen yet, but it looks like a very interesting, I think it's by DC Comics, but I don't really know. And it is Darkman. So yeah, Darkman. Have not seen it yet. And the next one is a movie starring Hugh Grant, Rachel Weisz, and Toni Collette. And it is About a Boy, which I have not seen yet, but it looks pretty good. So yeah, about a boy. And the last one is a season set, and it is season 1 of Heroes. And I've watched a few episodes of Heroes in the past, and it is a very good show. Like, I like Hayden Panettiere's character, where, like, she's basically indestructible. If she breaks her arm, she can put it back together. And I think that's pretty cool. There's, like, a scene where she snaps every bone in her body, and it looks like her body hasn't even been harmed. I'd like to have something like that. And also there's a Chinese guy that can transport to any place and any time period. Those are the couple that I remember. That's like the only few that I remember. So yeah, Heroes is actually a really good show from what I've seen. And I should marathon this season. I should probably marathon this show and get recaught back up. And I have not watched Heroes Reborn yet, which is a new show on NBC. But it looks really interesting, Heroes Reborn. So yeah, Heroes Season 1 is it is a very good season. So yeah, Heroes Season 1. So, that's gonna do it for my collection update for, I think it's, July 11th of 2017, 7-Eleven Day, by the way. Enjoy your free small Slurpees today. So, yeah. Hope you all enjoyed, and see you later. And now, all of this has to be put away. Fuck my life.